On the 10th of June 2018, I was at home watching the Microsoft conference for E3, when at the end something caught my eye. The Cyberpunk 2077 trailer. And since I have been living under a rock, I had no idea that such a game was even in development. 2 months later, we got the gameplay reveal and oh boy, the internet was hyped, man. They promised us an interactive world, with branching storylines, and the game looked very polished for the time. I must admit, this was when my interest for Cyberpunk started to grow. In E3 of the following year, we got the releases for the game, presented by the ever breathtaking Keanu Reeves.
You're breathtaking!
The release date was April 26, 2020. What the hell, man? Alright, calm down. This way the game will be more polished and in a better state. Can't wait to play it in September. Oh no, not again. Surely they won't delete it again, right? Right? December 10th finally arrived, and I was so excited to play the game I was so hyped for. But did it live up to the hype? Let's find out. Unfortunately, the answer to that is no. The game on release was a buggy mess, traffic AI was non-existent, and not to mention that it was unplayable on the previous generations of console. I played on PC and had a somewhat of a smoother experience, however that doesn't mean that I did not experience any bugs, as I had crowds disappearing when I was not looking at them. My character sometimes T-posed on top of the vehicle when it was moving, floating objects, and my vehicle sometimes will even respawn in the sky at times, to name a few. And what about the open world? Although the city itself looked nice, interactivity is non-existent. You can't go to bars and order a drink. You can't ride trains from place to another place. No restaurants, the police system is broken. In fact, there is no police system. As you can see from the following clip, they just spawn out of thin air. It's ridiculous. But is it all bad? Far from it. When the game works, oh boy it works. For me, one of the strongest aspects of the game is the story. I will not enter into spoiler territory here, but the story is incredibly engaging. It feels personal, and the game really puts you in the shoes of your character, and sometimes I've spent minutes staring at the screen, thinking about what the consequences would be for the choice that I make. And for me that was really hard. And what about the side quests? This is CD Projekt Red at their finest. You can clearly see the passion and the care that went into the side quest. Hell, they are as good and as important as the main quest. I highly recommend that you do them all, because it fleshes out the side characters more and makes them a lot better. And what can I say about the soundtrack? Honestly, I think it's the best we got for 2020. You can feel so many emotions when the music plays during the quest. It's unbelievable. You actually feel the atmosphere. You feel the emotions that are being portrayed on your screen. I just can't praise it enough. The soundtrack is so good that even the radio selection is god tier. There are some soundtracks even that play in particular areas. Whoever was in charge of the soundtrack department deserve a raise and a month vacation to a location of his or her choosing. When it comes to characters, Cyberpunk has no shortages of them, and all of them are compelling and relatable. Most of them have a side quest arc attached to them, and it is compelling. Some of them are depressing or flat out bizarre, stuff from the horror movies. Again, not going into spoiler territory. I want the viewers to experience them for themselves. But the MVP of the game is without a shadow of a doubt Johnny Silverhand. What is there to say that hasn't been said already? He's as cocky as a guy can get.
An impressive cock.
He's arrogant and selfish. However, he's a character that truly cares for the people that he likes. even though he doesn't like to show it. So basically, the whole character of Johnny can be described as fuck everything and everyone, except for the people that I like. Sometimes. Despite all the bugs, the lack of polish, the broken promises, the constant lies from CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk is a game that has made me feel emotional, as a very few games have. There is a quote that describes this game perfectly, and it is the best unfinished game ever made. And it's true. It's a game that keeps you engaged, despite the lack of interactivity. It's a game that can give you loads of fun playing, despite the bugs and lack of polish. Overall, it's a very difficult to give Cyberpunk a score, even though I feel like giving it a 9 out of 10. The game just doesn't justify it. However, the narrative, the characters, and the soundtracks make up for all the shortcomings of the game. Well, this has been my experience with Cyberpunk. Please tell me your experience in the comments below, and thanks for watching.